Are you guys
Hey
good?
there, everybody. Welcome to SaveState.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the SaveState. I'm your host, Landon Barton, and joined with me is Ryan Royal and Derek Owen. And we're a podcast all about the things you love in nerd culture, but specifically today, we're a podcast all about Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And Nintendo had a direct recently where they broke down 50 new things for Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. 50. Some of them were kind of duplicates. Yeah.
Make sure you use a LAN cable for faster internet speed.
Yeah.
That's number 42.
I didn't know that.
It's a little weak in that thing. But we broke down, or we're going to break down, our top 5 things we are most excited for that they announced. And the first thing, 8-player Smash.
8 players simultaneously!
Holy crap.
This is incredible.
That's
I cannot
awesome.
wait.
It's gonna be absolute chaos.
It really, like, sometimes I feel like
gonna
it's
be a
hard
hot
to keep
mess.
track of 4 people. Now imagine 8 people.
See, now, this is a situation where them selling the 3DS version is a great benefit, because if they release them on the same day, to do the 8-player, you have to have some people on a 3DS. Like, no doubt about it. You're going to have to.
Yeah, because it's another...
I mean, unless you have 4 GameCube
I
controllers.
think you can do the 4 GameCube controller with the input there, and then you can have I don't know how many and somebody on the gamepad, and then can you have up to 3 more?
I think so.
Of the
I've never used the
classic
GameCube
controller.
thing, so it should work.
Well,
yeah.
let's go ahead and combine point 1 with another one of our points, which is controllers. Like we said, you can use your 3DS as a controller for Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, which is kind of, I don't know. I feel like you might be at a little bit of a detriment playing with your 3DS against somebody that might be on a GameCube controller.
For sure.
If you got an XL, a little bit
It'll be
better.
okay,
if you're playing with the original, maybe a little
Circle
bit.
Pad
but-
just is, it doesn't have, I don't know.
I completely
That's
agree
just
with you.
me, my personal.
Yeah, but you can use the GameCube, you can use the 3DS, you can use the Wiimote, I think. Was that right?
Yeah, Wiimote with nunchuck,
Classic
classic controller,
and the
classic
gamepad.
controller pro,
Ridiculous.
the gamepad.
Pretty much every controller ever made works for
anything.
You can plug your Super Nintendo controller in there.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Oh, dang it.
Now that they
It's like
are
a
releasing,
Genesis controller. Okay.
the cool thing with the controllers is that they are making new GameCube controllers specifically for this.
They are
I'm very
good
excited.
looking.
I love
They're
GameCube
pretty.
controllers.
So it'll come with an
all about
adapter
this.
that you plug into the USB port.
I think there's an adapter version. You can buy the standard game for $60. I think there's a version with the adapter and the controller for $80.
$100.
$100.
I'm just glad that they understand their fan base. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
we need to bring this
A real controller to the
Yeah.
console.
Now, just
Yeah.
hopefully they will then take that and use it for other games.
yeah.
Because right now,
It's
Smash
only-
Brothers is exclusively the only game on Wii U that can
Yeah.
use the GameCube controller.
I hope
Hopefully
they're
in the
smart
future.
enough to,
Hopefully.
to adjust that. So with that, it brings us to our point number 3 that we're most excited about, which is foreground and background stages.
They're taking a note out of the new Donkey Kong book. The new Donkey Kong games where...
There's a new Donkey Kong book? I'll read that.
the book of the new... Shut up. Okay, so basically in Donkey Kong, at some points in the level, you get
Bestseller
sent
from Miyamoto.
in the foreground. Or the background, I mean. You'll get
Wait,
sent
yeah,
back
jumping
on the
back and
level.
forth between the
So
cannons.
you're going to have stages where you're constantly jumping back and forth. So people are going to be fighting up here, and meanwhile, you and one guy can be battling back here.
Well, there's a cool thing.
We're
You can-
hiding back there.
You
hiding
can, well,
I'm gonna
here's
get
the cool
over here.
thing. You can attack people on the background and back and forth.
Yeah.
And if you try to jump too many times, then the cannons explode and you take
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, it's
That's gonna be
they're
awesome.
they're finding the smart ways to balance a situation like that. I really want to try that out because in my head I'm like, that's really cool. Could be obnoxious.
Yeah,
But I want
it
to
could
try
be.
it. I really want to try it. So that was
Well,
our
it'd be
third
about time that
favorite.
we have a good Donkey Kong stage because I hate jungle japes.
Yeah, that stage is awful.
Now-
It's so bad.
The fourth thing that we're super excited about, and I know specifically you are,
Specifically me,
event state, event
Yeah,
mode.
event mode was one of my favorite experiences with the Wii version, especially, and Brawl a little, or Melee a little bit. Excuse me. A buddy and I would just play co-op, and we just go through the events, and all it basically is unique challenges set up by Nintendo. So like at one point you're fighting 50 Yoshis at a really hard difficulty.
It's a good way to unlock characters.
Yeah,
too.
it was great. That's how you unlock Ganondorf originally. But then at the end, they would have, probably, my opinion, the hardest fight in the entire game. At the very end of Brawl, event 51, you have to fight Giga Bowser, Mewtwo, and Ganondorf all on max difficulty. And I think I found out online the easiest way to do it was to play Jigglypuff and literally roll back and forth the entire time.
Yeah, probably so.
I'm so excited for events to be back.
So that's great. That's super awesome. Our fifth thing that we're most excited about is Masterpiece Mode, which
So cool.
Masterpiece Mode, if you don't know, it's kind of a Nintendo's way to demo some of the classic games. So if you're a young kid being introduced to Super Smash Brothers on the Wii U, maybe you don't know who a character from Legend of Zelda is, and so then you can go to Masterpiece mode, play a short demo of the original Legend of Zelda, get acclimated to that. Maybe you find out that you love it, and then you could purchase it from the Nintendo store.
I feel like this has been necessary for a long time, because this is how I felt when I played the Nintendo 64 one and Ness showed up. I had no idea who Ness was at the time.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. They had a similar version to this on Brawl on the Wii, but it was an exclusive. I don't know if it was just exclusive to Japan, but there were certain aspects of it were only exclusive to Japan. I'm glad that they learned from that and they're bringing the full experience to the US game. It's going to be a really cool experience, especially for those of us that grew up playing those games. We can grab some nostalgia. I think there's going to be like some history, some stories, some screen caps.
It's super
really
smart
cool things
because they're going to sell extra stuff too. It's a great marketing push for them. So those are the top 5 things that we're most excited about. Here's some bonus stuff that we're kind of like
honorable mentions. If
want to see how it is.
Either
first.
Honorable mentions or just like
unique ideas.
What you know?
Yeah.
So,
Smash Tour board
Smash
game.
Tour. Yeah, they're including what seems to be like a Mario Party-esque experience in here. I got to try it. It's a board game.
I'm excited to try it. At least
you bring your characters into it, and you kind of go around the board, and I don't really know how it works just yet.
Well, have you done the Smash mode on the 3DS where you go around and you collect all the items?
Yeah,
and things like that?
I'm not a huge fan. I think it's
Yeah.
okay.
If
But
it's-
I've yet to win one.
Yeah, yeah, me too. If it's an improvement on that, I think it's a cool concept, but
Yeah.
it may be part of me is worried it's going to be we're stretching too much with the different modes.
They're adding a
they're
lot
going to be
of-
half baked. They're not going to be
there's so much
fully
content.
fully idealized and formed.
And I just want to reiterate,
Speaking
like
of another
we're
mode.
picking out just a few items from a list of 50. So there's a lot of content in this. And to just quickly run through a few other honorable mentions, Master Order and Crazy Order are another thing, which is really kind of interesting. It's kind of introducing kids to gambling.
Yeah, you
if
gamble,
you want.
gamble some gold, and that sets the difficulty you're gonna be fighting at, and then
Yeah.
depending on how you do, you get
Get
rewards
bonus
based on
stuff,
what you
yeah.
bet. Yep.
Which could be cool.
Which could be really weird.
It's kind of strange. Yeah. Some things that we're not super jazzed about is getting Mewtwo. The only way to get Mewtwo is to own both the 3DS version and the Wii U edition, which is not a problem for me because I was already going to do that. But for some people, that
Yeah,
could be an issue.
that's
It's
not
just
This guy?
cashing in a little
Especially
bit.
since he's a character that has been in the game. I feel you're paying this extra money to unlock a character that's been in the past games. Maybe if it was a brand new, exciting character, yeah. But especially with Mewtwo, it just feels wrong.
So, that's our lists. Please tell us in the comments what are the things you're most excited about in this. Is Smash 8-player Smash is just insane. I cannot believe
can't
that they're
wait to
actually
try
doing
it.
that. So that's the number one thing that
We'll
I'm
have to
most
do a
excited
special
about.
save state 8
There we
players.
go.
Yeah, we really
video.
will.
Couch
So
co-op.
let us know what you're most excited about in the comments, and thanks for watching.